Hi, it's Dougie Wood, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can quickly add an approve and reject button inside of your SharePoint document library, and that can then show a status field with maybe a little smiley face or a sort of sad face if something's rejected. But essentially this is something that's going to be quick, simple to use. So this idea came to me from a client that I was speaking to last week, in which they were talking about they didn't want to go down the route of using Power Automate and having a full approval cycle. They didn't want to have anything overly complicated. They just wanted to quickly have some buttons next to their SharePoint documents. So when they come in, they can quickly say, yep, that one's approved, nope, that one's rejected, and they could quickly filter them based on that. So it was something designed to be quick and simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this out onto my document library that's on my SharePoint site. This will work for any SharePoint Online document library, but I'm going to click on the cog and then I'm going to go to Site Contents. Now what I'm going to be building is actually using what they call JSON formatting. So this is formatting columns. Now I'm going to give you all the JSON already, and actually, truth be known, I actually generated all of this by feeding in some existing code that I had created into ChatGPT to refine it to give me what we're going to be looking at today. But actually, something like ChatGPT can write JSON for you from the beginning, so it's something that you might want to have a little play around with to achieve some other things. So I'm going to go into my document library inside of my site here, and you can see I've just got a set of different PDFs in here at this point in time, but I'm going to add two additional fields. Now both of these are going to be text fields, so I'm going to click on Add Column and then click on Text, click on Next, and this is going to be my action column. So this is basically where my buttons are going to live, if I can actually spell. Click on Save, and that's where my buttons will live in a second. I'm also going to have a status column. So this is where I'm going to go to Text, and this is going to be my status. Now, again, any diehard SharePoint fans will know that there is a default approval status column that you can build into SharePoint, but we're not going to look too much at that today. Again, this was just something that if someone was to challenge me to create something quick and easy within 5 minutes, this is a real simple way of doing it. So now I've got my columns created. I now need to add my JSON formatting to these options, to these columns. So to do this, I click on the drop down, click on column settings, and then in format this column, you've then got the option here for conditional formatting, which is just the standard issue column formatting that you can achieve out of the box. But I'm going to click on advanced mode. Now this is where it's going to take me into my code area here. Now what I will need you to do now is go into the description of this video, and I've got the code that you need for both of these columns readily set out for you. So if you go into there, and then you'll need to copy the JSON for the action field. So that should look a little bit like this. So I'm going to just remove everything that's in that box, paste in that everything that's in actions, and then click on preview. Now you will see it will look a little bit cramped to start with, but what I suggest you do is just literally open up that column, just drag it over a little bit, try and find the sweet spot of where this sits, and then there we go, we've got approve and our reject buttons. Now I suggest as well that you save the view as you go along, just so make sure that you've actually got whoops, I need to click on save for that first, just to make sure you've got that column width set and it doesn't disappear, because if you don't save the view, you'll find that it will then go back to looking a bit funny. The next thing, we need to do exactly the same with the status field. So we go into column settings, format this column, format this column. Again, go into advanced mode and now go back into the description of this video, and you will find the JSON code for the status field as well. So that should look a little bit along the lines of this. I'm just going to copy this in here. Again, remove everything that's already in this box. We don't need that. Paste in the JSON code, click on preview, click on save. Now, once we click on one of these buttons, hopefully, there we go, we've got approved, we've got reject, we've got approved, and this will actually cycle between the two. So you can go backwards and forwards between those two as well. Now, this could be the starting platform for a really powerful solution. You could take this further with something like Power Automate, in which you could then maybe trigger out email notifications, things like that. Maybe you might want to have additional columns to say who you're going to assign it to next, or who should be notified. Again, integrate it with Power Automate. I've even used the sort of Json in the past before to set people fields to say who actually submitted this action. So play with it. See what you can do with it. As I say, run the code through ChatGPT. If you want it to do something slightly different, run it through ChatGPT and see if you can get it to give you something different. So let's say, for example, I wanted to change on rejected. I don't want it to have the smiley face. I might want to ask ChatGPT to replace that with maybe a thumbs down symbol. So let's just quickly look at ChatGPT and I'll show you what you can do to customize this code further yourself. As you can see on the left-hand side, I've used ChatGPT a number of times here for touching up some of the JSON that I've been creating, because it's much quicker to get something like ChatGPT to refine it once you've got something that you know is working. So what I'll do is I'll just paste in my JSON code into ChatGPT, and what I'll do is I'll just above it, I will ask it, I'll say, please update the JSON code below so that if the status field is equal to rejected, then remove the sad face and instead replace it with a thumbs down. Now, this is just a live demonstration. I'm going a bit off script here by doing this, but I just wanted to show you how simple and quick it can be. Again, if you've watched my other videos about SharePoint ChatGPT use, it doesn't always work first time. Sometimes you do have to ask it to try it a couple of different times, but I've just got my code now, so I've copied my code, go back into SharePoint, we go into column settings, format this column, preview, there we go, boom. There we go, the emoji has now changed from the sad face to a thumbs down instead. So you can see it's really simple, really easy to update this, change this, and that's why I just want to share this with you guys. So I'm not gatekeeping this knowledge. It's something that you can do. You can go out, you can take some of these code snippets, run it through ChatGPT, ask it to change it slightly for you, and then customize it to work in the way that you want it to work. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. I can't stress enough how much that really does help me out. It helps the channel grow. It helps us reach more people. Like this video, and if you've got any questions, comments, or anything else that you'd like to see as a small proof of concept built, let me know in the comments below. And as always, keep your eyes peeled for future SharePoint and Power Platform related videos.